So what do you think, Radagast? We find ourselves in an interesting situation once again.
Treason is in the air, and it is not from us. The guardsmen, let's hope they are confident enough to carry out your plans. The industry is not with them all the time. I fear incompetence will be the end of us this time.
That's why I was so relieved to see that commissar.
As you're talking, alarms start going off in the base.
Thralos opens a channel directly through to the Castilian. Report?
Multiple orcs have moved up some kind of machinery to the north of the base, and it looks like they're getting ready to shell us. I hope your plan's ready.
Oh, hell.
As he's saying this, you hear loud shrieking noises coming from the north.
Fuck.
Sounds like a rocket.
Fuck it. Okay, so right. Who's the guy who's in charge of the chimeras that was running with us? The Overseer, was it?
Yeah, the Overseer.
Yeah, again, I opened up a Vox to him immediately. Overseer, I need you to get at least 3 chimeras to the east gate, and we need the penal battalion at the north wall immediately. We'll send word to the Castilian to make sure that the Imperial troops are there to back them up. In the meanwhile, we need to hold them off until we can get the Hellhounds set up near the fortifications.
The Hellhounds are still not up.
I know, they're going to be dragged.
Oh.
We don't have time. If we don't get them away from that north wall now, we're going to be covering the north wall instead of the east. If we're going to push out, this is open Vox, by the way, to the rest of the squad. If we're going to push out, we're going to need to do it now. Otherwise, we're going to be stuck in a defense defending the north and not the east. We need to get those chimeras to the east.
We need those armaments that we got.
Yes, my lord. The response you get from the Overseer.
One more time, we need 3 chimeras to the east. The remaining 2 chimeras, I will need 1 near the center fortification covering the west entrance and 1 to the north. Is that understood?
Yes, my lord.
Castilian, we'll need those siege engines ordered to move it in position near the center fort. We 1 facing east and 1 facing south. Can we get an update on this most recent assault?
It looks like the orcs are moving their heavier vehicles forward, and there is reports of rockets hitting the fortification. Castian, can you give me a perception check?
Don't see nothing.
You don't see much, you just see fast-moving rockets making their way towards the fort.
How far out is all of this happening?
This is happening around 600 yards away from the base, just out of the main, or the defensive battery fire. The rockets are kind of sporadically firing through the air.
Do any of you two have an Auspex?
I do not believe I do.
How about an auger array?
Yeah, one of the... What about your heavy weapons? Castian, your heavy weapons. You have some sort of targeting device built into your helmet, don't you? There's some extra you brought along.
I think he came base.
No.
Some targeter or something?
I can do extra damage, but it doesn't have anything to do with perception.
No targeting device or anything for your heavy bolter?
No, he came
No,
basic.
I'm basic.
Okay, okay.
So unless the missile launcher has something, I don't have anything extra.
Wow.
I was hoping they might just have some sort of inner targeter built into the helmet or something for the heavy bolter we can maybe relay through to the Castilian for bombard. from artillery. If we can triangulate a position, that's what I thought with the Auspex as well, but if we don't have any of those, then that idea's out.
Well, the damaged gun turrets, depending on what the damage is, their targeting systems might still work.
Yeah, it was more to try and get more accuracy. The gun turrets on the wall, they should still be fine. They should still be firing away normally.
No, the north ones had 2 of them that were damaged. But
Yeah.
even the damaged ones, depending on the damage, I might be able to use those to get targeting data.
Well,
Shit, we could maybe try to repair those.
looking in the rights of battle, the Armor Bane missile launcher does in fact come with an auger array. That's a special one specifically made to target individual targets.
But I'm suddenly really angry at the Megas for not fixing those north fucking turrets. That motherfucker.
So what does the auger do? To just
Actually
add
does
the perception
it
check
improve-
or something?
No, it improves your aim, and that's really it. Just wanted to throw out that it does in fact have one, but not for finding targets.
But improving aim. Yeah, that's what I was hoping for, something targeting that improves aim. You might be able to relay some information through to the sort of command center to help pinpoint accuracy for the guns to strategic areas.
Alright, I will switch to the missile launcher and take aim at the closest heavy tank.
All right.
I assume this would be a ballistics check.
Yep.
So my ballistics skill's 60. So several degrees of success there because I rolled a 26. I don't like that the Alt key makes the browser go back. Alright, so I will take this targeting data and send it to the siege weapons.
How are you going to send the data to the siege weapons? Are you going to give it to?
Targeting coordinates. I can use those probably over the box.
Right, so you're calling in the targeting coordinates to the guardsmen operating the operable defenses.
Yes.
Just look up I'm looking up the armor for this tank.
So much for getting to plan.
We had lots of
plan.
time. We just didn't decide on which way direction to go.
All right,
Made a plan.
you hit the front armor.
With
And
what
roll
kind
for
of
damage.
weapon?
Oh shit.
Didn't you fire, or are you just getting the targeting information from your launcher?
It's out of range of the launcher. The launcher's only 200 meters, so I was getting the targeting information for the...
Sorry, I didn't hear that part of your
weapon.
plan. All right. You do the guardsman now.
Essentially, I called an artillery strike at that location.
Clouds of flame erupt all around the tank, but only one of the shells actually manages to hit out of the 8 guns that fired at it.
We do have guns. I don't know why I thought otherwise.
Did it do enough damage to stop it?
Yeah, that tank is incapacitated. Its main gun is still functioning, but it's not going anywhere.
Currently, as this is all going on, Theros is relayed through to the Castilian to move the 200 of the 400 troopers, Imperial Guard, that are under our command to the east gate to reinforce the 3 chimeras. And meanwhile, Castilian, you should have the Penal Legion headed your way as we speak to that north wall.
Radagast is making a run for the Chimera with the armaments brought in.
And Theros is doing the same, moving towards the east gate to rendezvous with those chimeras.
You guys meet up with the chimeras on their way past the machine bay. As the tank outside is struck in the front and the track is effectively blown off and front armor is crippled on the orc tank, a voice over the loudspeaker bellows in Gothic. In crude, low Gothic. I'm running out of time. Griblies are here and I want my loot! As the orcs hurl themselves forward at the north wall.
Hearing that over the speaker, Theros relays instantly through to Cassian. Cousin, can you get a relay on that location so we can silence that filth? We may get lucky and maybe the boss himself.
I will target with the missile launcher once again.
Right. Before you do that,
Sorry.
well, we can keep. But the orcs are going to shoot back.
What are the orcs firing with? Like, is it a tank or is it just guns?
You know it's some kind of rocket, but you haven't managed to spot it yet. It's the explosions ringing off the wall. They're knocking gouges out of the ferrocrete, but none of them have made really much of an impact other than the guardsmen that are getting caught in some of the fire.
Well, Arvek is still on the walls. Perhaps we could do a perception check. As soon as he wakes up.
Castian, Arvak, we're going to be pushing out the east with the chimeras to get their attention. You'll have to hold the north. Let us know if we. You'll have to let us know if we start to pull their attention from yourself. Arvak, if they do, you'll have to make your way along the wall to try and rendezvous with us on the east.
Okay.
4 rockets slam into the front of the wall, but 3 manage to make it over top. Just missing the already ruined gun position close to Castian. As they scream by going into the base, Castian sees for a split second what looks like a tiny orc on top of the rocket, but he can't be sure because that would be insane.
Orcs are riding these rockets, brothers. They're in the base.
Arvak, that's you.
For fun?
Wake up, Salamander!
Alright.
Gretchen cackling madly as it screams by.
Orcs are riding these rockets.
Nah. What idiots.
Arvak, you will have to intercept them and try to make sure that they cause minimal disruption within the base, and then rendezvous with those either at the east or reinforce the north. Regardless,
To meet them.
Castian, Arvak, if you must fall back and the north wall is breached, there will be positions laid at the end of the north street with a hellhound. Fall back to that position and hold if need be.
Copy.
Affirmative.
Meet them on the rocket.
The Emperor protects.
Charges that rocket.
Duel them before it crashes.
The second we're at the east gate, basically as this is all going on, when we do get to the east gate, Theros starts to set up the formation and prep the armor and the guard that are there for a push out with cover from the guns on the wall on the east side.
Alright. Ice, what are you doing?
I guess I'm trying to find any Gretchen.
Alright.
Perception.
Oh, yeah. I'll do it.
I don't know. That depends on how wants you to do perception.
He doesn't need to roll perception. I'm just trying to figure out what everyone is doing right now.
Yeah,
so
that's
Arvik is looking to see if any Gretchen got in the base, and Theros is moving to the East Gate with the contingent for the push.
So is Radagast.
Radagast, what are you doing?
I'm running to the Chimera with the armaments.
All right, so you meet up with Saint and Arvek. When you find the impact sites, you realize that there's no way any of the Gretchen survived.
God damn it.
Yeah. So Saint is at the east wall, right?
Yep. He's
Get
getting
my
ready
way.
to push up.
And I'll go to the north wall to just make sure everything's fine.
Yeah,
All right.
basically, if you guys can just kind of cover each other on the north wall, and if it goes tits up, you guys will both need each other there.
Castian, do you want to make another targeting? Do you want
Yes.
to look for a valuable target or take out the speaker truck?
I am going to go for the probably the tank that is still shooting but can't move.
Yep.
Because I assume the artillery can hit it more easily. So that's what my roll will be for.
All right.
And it was a single success.
Okay.
Can I attempt to talk to the one Ingeseer beforehand when we gave access to a private channel or direct channel?
Hold on. 5 of the 8 operable guns using your targeting hit, and the tank detonates, taking out some orcs around it that are flowing past it.
All right. I'm going to start looking for the speaker truck.
Okay. Now, Radagast.
What was that?
That's me, bait. Me, matey. Looks like it. As Radagast approaches the Chimera, it slides his bolter onto this maglock behind his waist. With his newly freed hands, he grabs onto the scapular bolter. They have it shoot his arms both straight up, as the machine spirits, the thousands within, reclaim control for a split second before returning back to home. Anyway, let me talk to the Ingeseer in the private channel.
Alright, you contact the agency. What do you want to say?
Ingeseer, I need access. Access to the fortress's comm systems. I need all the boxes now. And I need you to patch Theros through them.
I don't know. Not sure about that, but I guess it's okay.
What harm could be done? It is just a speech. Words do not kill.
Nigga.
Agency here. Is not sure about this.
While the Ingeseer is fumbling about,
Shouldn't
with his
I
consciousness,
contact the Castilian and ask him for permission first?
Castilian is not talking to you. I am, and we need you, as well as that box.
Yes, Lord. The agency here starts passing you through to the main speaker system in the base.
I'm giving it to Theros. Radagast quickly turned around. Theros, remember your hate. They are speaking to us. Speak back.
You're a motherfucker.
Do it, you son of a bitch. You know you want to talk to them. You know you want to be gregarious. Here's your chance.
We stand once again in the line of duty. Before you stands a horde of green men, and beside you stand the stout and fire and steel of the Imperium. Finally, we will get a confrontation we've desired. We will confront this mess, and we'll give it the Emperor's justice. I got none, man. That's all I got. Fuck you.
Good enough. Make them roll fellowship. Do it.
Reroll! Hey, there we go. I burnt a fate point there.
No, we're using your trait.
Yep, my character trait, Gregarious. I get to use it once per turn as long as I can pull some random RP bullshit. It's not where I wanted to use it. I wanted to use it against the Magon, but, well, I was kind of put in the spot. But I rolled a 9. And my fellowship is 45.
A ragged cheer comes up from the defenders of the base who seem to amp up the fire that they're pouring into the oncoming orc.
Theros opens up tries to get through a Vox channel to the Magus. Does he respond?
The Magus does not respond. Arvek, what do you do? Made your way to their barricade.
I'm at the East Gate already, by the way. I'm just going to say I'm sprinting to the fucking Leviathan.
Alright, and so Arvek's just with Saint. You guys are at the Leviathan with Radagast. Now the orcs are going to go in.
Now, what bonus did that? What bonus did we get from that Gregarious bullshit?
Morale bonus.
Okay, awesome. Maybe the Commissar's work won't be so thick this evening.
Yeah, and you can have some free time to shoot the Magus in the fucking face.
Another rocket lands among the buildings in the base. The first two having originally hit the barracks. Well, 3 more explode off the walls. The orc horde is closer now. Much more easily distinguishable.
What's the range at now?
400.
So the next round they'll start being in range of my weapons.
Yes.
Should we climb the walls or stay down here with the chimeras?
We should push out. In fact, I'm running to the Leviathan, which should be really close to the East Gate. You'll have to push out with the chimeras and 200 Imperial men, or some of the Imperial men. That push initially is going to be on you, because I'm going to have to try and get this fucking shell loaded. You'll have to maybe push out a little bit further than we've initially wanted to, but then maybe fall back a little bit and then set up and try and dig in and get their attention.
It's too bad you don't have fucking Lord Malik with you.
Don't worry, I literally shouldn't take me long to get there.
Alright, Casting, do you want to take another targeting round?
Yes.
Alright.
This time
Nice.
I was off by a little bit
Alright,
because I have a 60. But I should be pretty close.
and you were aiming for the speaker truck?
Yes.
Just missing the speaker truck. The guns fire. Severely obliterating a horde of orcs that were coming in alongside of it. It's completely annihilating a large swath.
If you're going to miss, that's the way to miss.
Now,
Do I see any other vehicles that might also be important other than the speaker truck?
Yeah, you see 3 more tanks, and then behind them there are some buggies. Of course, there are bikes and things like that on the flanks, but
Wagons.
Yep, some wagons. There do seem to be like some trucks and wagons coming in behind the armor set up front, which might be unusual for orcs. And it's Radagast. You have time to take some actions before.
At this point, I'm lining up with the Chimeras, getting ready with all the guardsmen.
I've got some
Alright.
things I could do.
I guess I'm waiting for the gates to open and for us to sally forth for a little while.
All right, is that what you guys are all doing?
I'm
Yeah.
I can do stuff as I'm moving towards the Leviathan. Or am I there yet?
You're there. You guys are all there. You're waiting with the chimeras for the gates to open. I mean, the gates are opening. But I didn't know if you wanted to take a turn before you rush out.
Okay, I would very much like to get in touch with the engineering squad and the Castilian. Whenever that's okay to do.
All right, so you try to contact the Castilian and the Magus.
No, the engineering squad that we were talking to in the machine shop. That I
The
sent
engine
to.
seers.
Yeah, the engine seers. My bad.
All right.
Okay. So Castilian, I'm assuming you'll still be able to give us aid from where you stand in the fortification command. You still have the 200 Imperial troops. Do with them as you see fit. I've set up fortifications to be set up outside the inner fortress. And for the engine seer, whatever fortifications you have not set up, the guard there should be able to finish up what you haven't done yet. As long as the vehicles are manned and the rest of the siege engines are in place, I'd like you to send a team to the Leviathan in order to prep loading as soon as possible, should we need to use it in holy service of the Emperor. Castilian, is there anything else that you can offer us from your position there? I understand you have enough to do, but is there any aid you can offer us other than the command of the 200?
The Castilian, other than the armor that's at it, this is the Castilian. Other than the armor that's at my disposal, like, can't really send any more men outside the fort. Thank you for the support of the 200 penal troops. I'll begin setting them up on the wall, and I'll help the Maguses in any way in getting the Leviathan ready to fire.
Oh no, he still has the. Let's see, where is it?
The Ragnarok tanks and the 2 artillery pieces?
No, there was 400 guards that were in the fortification already. We got command of 200, and he kept command of 200.
He didn't sign over at command of any of his troops, do you?
Yeah, he did. Well, I'm trying to find it here. One sec.
200 that we have might be the Penal Legion.
No, we've got 226 of the Penal Legion, and there were 400 troops inside the base, which he said he could issue command of 200 of, but he refused to give full command over. I'm trying to find the notes I put down.
If he did say that, I don't think he meant direct command. More like he would listen to us.
Yeah, that was it. It's 400 Imperial troops in the fortification, and 200 were for our use in defence. They had about 50-ish support and command staff. 2 Ragnarok, 2 Colossus siege engines, 2 Hellhound Flame, and we had 5 Chimera and 266 left of the Penal Battalion. So
as unhappy as I am to have already handed over my armor to you at the behest of the Commissar, I cannot hand over 200 of my own troops that I need to continue operating the base guns.
Shit, so we got 200 troops less than I thought.
That's okay. That's okay.
Well, our Penal Battalion was on its route to the north wall, and we were going to take out the 200 troops out with the Chimera. So is it the Penal Battalion that went to the East Gate then?
Sounds that way.
Because I was mistaken if that's the case, but okay. In that case, all I'd like to ask of the Castilian is any more support you can give us. Other than that, he would have command of the defences around the inner fortification.
Castilian just sounds exasperated. You are my support. I have nothing left. I don't have anything I can give you. Hopefully you can break this siege and we can survive.
Well, that conversation was less fruitful than I'd like. Hopefully the engine seers at least get here. Anyway.
Engine seers are listening in with some trepidation as you gave them access to your Fox channel, waiting for you to talk to them.
Well, I've already asked them to head over towards the Leviathan and leave the rest.
Oh yeah, make it ready to fire. All right. Yep, I forgot.
You made that conversation really awkward for me, Havel. God damn it! Right, okay. To the Mega.
You're just hearing things you want to hear. Saying
these are the notes I took from the last video. I will show you.
No, for a fact, I told you off the last time we talked about it.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I still got 200 troopers out of it. I'm sure of it. But that's neither here nor there. I don't have the 200 troopers now, regardless. So let's push on anyway.
You're rushing out of the gate.
Am I fuck? I'm talking to them. I should be in the Leviathan. Try to talk to the Mega.
And I'm at the gate.
Okay.
So at this point, I guess I would be stepping into the Leviathan.
And Arvac, did you split off from Theros to join Radagast?
Yeah.
Alright, so Radagast and Arvek are waiting by the Chimeras with the Beetle troops. Saint goes into the Leviathan. I'm going to count that as another round and go back to Cassian.
What's your inventory, Arvek?
What do you mean?
What weapons do you have?
I got my chainsword, a bolt pistol, and a flamer, I think.
A whole flamer?
Oh, I think. I have to look.
Are the tanks in range yet of my missile launcher? 200
Yes,
meters.
they are.
I am going to take aim at a tank and fire a missile at it.
Yeah, it should be a flavor.
Okay.
And then I got like
Just short of 2 successes. Or 2 levels of success, or however that's phrased.
Alright, what's the damage on those again?
3d10 plus 10, pin 8, blast.
1.
Alright,
Plus
can you roll damage?
So he gets damage X. Is that tearing?
That's explosive.
So 21, pin 8.
Wait, these are crack missiles. No?
Yeah, 3d10 plus 10.
Ah,
The hat. So your missile screams out and strikes the front of the tank, blowing through some piece of orc scrap armor and penetrating into the vehicle. Fire bursts out of the hatches on top as the vehicle lurches and grinds to a halt, going up in flames.
And I'm going to tell the artillery to continue firing.
Are you going to have them pick their own targets, or are you going to send them firing coordinates again?
I'd love to send them firing coordinates, but I don't think I could this turn because of taking a shot myself.
Yeah, they would.
So this round they're going to have to fire on their own, but next round they'll get my own because I won't have a missile loaded.
All right.
if I'm not mistaken, actually taking the shot, unless you were aiming, taking a half action to aim, is only half an action. You still have another half action to do something.
Okay, then I can aim for the other tank and give them the coordinates that way. Is that okay?
Yep.
I did not aim very well. Trying to do too much at once.
Oh, shit.
It's like a scattering shot into the orc horde. It's further back among some of the buggies. Does seem to do minimal damage to the horde.
So there's one tank left in the speaker truck, correct?
You've taken out 2 tanks so far?
Yes.
There are 2 more tanks left, and then there's the speaker truck. And then the trucks coming in behind them.
Are any of the Imperial troopers, since there's 400 Imperial troopers in the base. I imagine there's all the gun commanders and everything. Is there any Imperial troopers on the walls firing back with last fire or anything as well?
No, I think they're out of last range. Maximum range on a last gun, isn't it like 100 and something?
Yeah, a heavy bolter's only 150, so we're not even in range of that yet.
Yeah.
Last gun, 100 meters.
There you go.
The last
So next
carbine.
turn they'll be able to.
What about any other installations, like sort of autocannon installations or smaller armaments, instead of the big artillery pieces?
Yeah, I'm just counting those background noise, though. I'm not going to really have them affect the battle, because then I'd be rolling forever.
Okay.
Yeah. But, just in case it doesn't become insane, autocannon, 300 meters.
Basically, the things that you guys are doing, I have some ideas of what I want to happen in the fight, depending on how well you guys do at different points, or how much time you guys take.
Gotcha.
Outside of actual combat, which you guys are getting ready to do. Tip Saint went in to talk to the Magus.
Saint, call fucking Lord Malik and tell him to meet you there.
I tried to, he didn't answer the call.
No, Lord Malik, not the Magus.
Malik, the commissar.
Hell yeah!
By the time he gets here, he'd have to come all the way from the center.
Ah,
It's too late now. Saint's already on the inside.
Yeah.
He's
God
making his
damn it.
way up to the sealed door.
When I get there, I'm calling out, not angrily or anything, just calling out for the Magus's attention.
Voices echo out of the speakers around you in the shrine. What do you want?
Greetings, Magus. I would like an audience.
You have wasted enough of my time for today.
Magus, your holy shrines are in danger. If you wish to protect them, we need to start preparing the shell.
You mean to fire the macro cannon?
If it comes to it, yes. Its holy duty will be performed that one last time. We shall see how the evening unfolds, but it would be treachery and heresy and sacrilege no less, to leave it without the chance of fulfilling its duty. Wouldn't you say?
Firing the macro cannon will result in the destruction of this shrine.
Not the destruction. It's nothing that can't be meant. The shrine is sturdy enough to survive. It will be knocked off and there will be a breach in the wall, yes. But you know as well as I that this is hardy enough to handle the fire from the cannon. Although its alignment is out and it will tear from the wall, the shrine itself will survive. And ultimately survive out the hand of Xenos.
Leave this place, Space Marine, and see to the walls.
god damn.
Theros lurches at him and swings his force sword, trying to, skewer him from the shoulder.
You're not in the room with them.
You're not in the room with them?
Oh, what? Bullshit!
You're at the door!
Oh, no! No!
Swing at the door.
Oh, God!
Be the straight, come on quick. Swing at the door.
I'm assuming... What do you
Yes,
want to do?
I do it. I fucking go for the door. Force sword. Into the edge of it.
Start swinging at the door? Okay.
I have an unnatural strength. I'm just going to try and pierce it through the side with a single strike.
Alright, make your strike.
I'm rolling on weapon skill or rolling on strength? Or?
Yeah,
It's a weapon
your
skill.
weapon skill. Like that door.
I got 28. My weapon skill is 60.
Alright.
Damn.
roll damage.
Ah, shit, where is it? So very quickly reacquaint myself with my first sword. It is 1d10 plus 5. The penetration of 5. But if it hit, it also gets an extra bonus. Which is, where is it? Whenever the Psyker damages an opponent, channel Psychic Force and Killing Will into the blade. And this requires a Force Power test using opposed willpower. For every degree of success, the Force Weapons wielder deals an additional 1d10 damage, ignoring armor and toughness. And that's why I used the Force Sword.
That's your damage roll right there.
Oh, I rolled a 1.
So, roll another. That's a crit. So.
Oh yeah, so it's, sorry. With my current psychic rating, it's 1d10 plus 6. So that's technically a 7. I got there with that one. Plus SB. Plus SB?
Strength bonus.
Ah, okay. So plus the strength bonus on top of that.
Strength bonus times 2.
And I also have the power armor history of thy strength be legendary.
Oh, and the crits are 10s and not 1s. This is a little weird. Yeah.
But you said to roll again, didn't you? I rolled a 10.
Yeah, it was my mistake. I thought 1s were crits.
Yeah. It's understandable.
We're keeping the original roll.
What about the extra bonus that if it does damage it?
Yep. You did damage to the door. I mean, the door is there.
So I get an extra 1d10 for every degree of success on a willpower test.
Alright, so take your willpower test.
I got 12. My willpower is 50.
So that's 4 degrees of success.
So an extra 4 1d10 plus 6. So that's 9, 10, 9, 8. Plus the 6. And then I've got plus my strength, which is 40. So a strength bonus of 4, so double that's 8. I'm trying to find the exact rule bonus for the strength to be legendary.
It's probably just a static plus 10 to your strength skills, so it goes directly into your bonus.
Strength be legend. The bearer receives an extra plus 10 bonus to strength, and this is a normal bonus granted by power armor.
There you go.
So I get.
No, it's already worked in.
So I get plus 18 to all those rolls.
It's added after unnatural strength is modified.
So it's fair to say I've done a fair amount of damage on the door. With psychic energy and all that.
Yeah, the door is kind of just barely hanging on by its hinges. You ram your sword straight through the center of it, blowing a massive dent through the middle. There's a hole clearly visible through it. The Magus is screaming in binary. Roll initiative.
I was gonna say, do the rest of us know this is going on?
Nope.
Oh.
I rolled a 7. Oh, yeah, initiative. Sorry, I rolled a D.
Yep.
1 second, I rolled a D10 for initiative, right?
Yep.
I rolled a 6 plus my agility.
I rolled a 6.
Oh shit. I rolled a
Chance.
3. I rolled a 3, sorry.
I think it's gonna get like executed in this one.
With agility of 60, so. 9. My initiative, I wasn't just. Is it just me that's rolling initiative or everyone?
It's just you, because you're the only one inside there.
Okay.
Oh. Oh,
The others
shit.
are waiting to come outside the gate.
This is bullshit, I don't have time for this. And you open this door, clear out the room for the engineering overseers, or whatever you call them. Cherub.
Look fucking cherubs. They eat rats, man. Come, watch out.
A horde of cherubs swoops down from the ceiling and
Oh my
mobs you.
God.
Yeah, kill those babies.
Dives to cherubs.
Stomp on the babies. Just
Well, they've got
grab
initiative.
one.
Well, they've got initiative on me, so I mean.
Grab one by the leg and smash it against the railing.
I'm just gonna fucking tear at them with my sword. I've learned my lesson with Horde. The Force Sword is a killer for Hordes, and I keep on trying to use psychic abilities because I like to use magic. I'm just gonna fucking tear these things to shreds with my sword.
Well, we're gonna argue that your spells are actually more effective, especially that
Yeah, but they never go off. They never go off, Hodro.
Yeah, but if you swing your sword and you miss it, it'd be no different.
Yep, but I've got more of a chance to get it off because I've got 60 weapon skill.
You need a psi focus.
Oh, I'm going from that from here on out. I've got my weapon skill high. But if I land damage with the Force Sword, the bonus can drastically, well, it can wipe out hordes basically. As long as I do damage.
Doesn't when you do melee though, it only hit one enemy in the horde?
Yes.
Not the way the horde magnitudes work though.
I'm actually kind of certain that that's exactly how horde magnitude.
I thought melee only did 1 damage to horde magnitude.
It's like as though every enemy had 1 HP. As long as you do damage, you kill the one enemy. And if you had a weapon that attacked multiple enemies at once, it doesn't matter how much damage you do, you're attacking multiple enemies. That would be hordes.
That's not how it worked when we got when we were moving on the fortifications at least.
Well, that was more like a set piece made by Havel.
Yeah.
Well, Havel, how do Force Swords or how do melee weapons work against hordes? Because like, I thought melee weapons were quite good against hordes.
There are melee weapons designed to attack hordes. Like the
Yeah,
power.
there are melee weapons that do better against hordes than others.
And
that is true. I believe, like the chainsword, for instance, because of the tearing, has a specific rule against hordes. But I'm trying to figure out how Pen Zero works. They did a fuck ton of damage, but I don't know if they can actually hurt you.
Oh, the cherubs?
Yeah.
Penetration 0 if it's not a primitive weapon, and it'd be everything -8. Plus, is
It is a primitive weapon.
it is a primitive weapon. Alright, reduce the damage by... Divide the damage by 2.
No, it's a natural weapon, sorry.
It's a natural weapon? Okay. Don't do anything to the damage. Now reduce it by the armor rating of Saint, and then reduce it again by his toughness rating, and there you go.
What is your armor rating? 8?
8 on arms and legs and head, and 10 on the body.
All right.
11.
Let me
11 on the
roll.
body, sorry, 11 on the body. And my toughness is 43 before bonuses, so before armor bonuses.
And I believe everyone has a natural toughness, so...
Yeah.
So I reduce it by the armor rating, and then reduce it by the toughness bonus. Correct. So his toughness is 40.
Yeah,
So-
before bonuses. So before unnatural toughness and all that jazz.
So then his damage mitigation would be 16 and 19.
Okay.
I know this is kind of against your rules, but can you put up the equation for damage for the cherubs?
I can for their weapon.
Yeah, I just want the weapons.
I'm trying to find the rules right now for melee weapons on Horde in the rulebook.
I'll find them for you in just a second. My brain hurts. Haven't used this thing in a month.
Saint,
Yes?
you take 4 points of damage to your head.
Really?
Oh,
Really?
natural weapons are 1d10 plus strength bonus. Okay. That's what it is.
If you were a regular guardsman, you would have been eaten by a swarm of piranhas. That would have been the outcome.
Oh.
1 second, let me find my character sheet so I can sort it. Because I don't know how many wounds I've got left. I don't want to misjudge my wounds for later on.
Brad, I guess. Oh wait, no, Saint gets to go next. What are you guys doing while this combat's going on?
I guess we're just hanging out. Or I'm at least just hanging out, trying to figure out what to do.
I unlocked the spare bolter in my back maglock and throw it to Arvek. Salamander, I know you do not favor long range, but don't let them close to you.
Yeah, I need to figure out the rules for melee on this against Horde before I figure out what we're doing next, because it's kind of critical.
Alright.
Searching just by Horde, there's so many fucking mentions.
Can we name this episode Caution Kills?
Oh. Attacking a horde. A character can damage a horde by shooting with ranged weapons or attacking with melee. These attacks are treated as if they're against a single creature, even though they represent mowing down range enemies or sighted with many foes. The characters must still roll to hit a horde with appropriate size bonus should apply to these tests based on the horde's magnitude. Weapons that can fire on full or semi-auto will cause additional hits. These hits must be allocated against a horde, not any individual lieutenants or masters that may also be present. Each hit that causes any amount of damage reduces a horde's magnitude by 1. Therefore, any attack that, after accounting for armor and toughness bonuses, causes 15 points of damage reduces the horde's magnitude by 1. The deliberate consequence of this is that sustained fire and blast weapons are much more effective against hordes than weapons with which fire only one shot. A last cannon is a weapon for destroying tanks, not mowing down large numbers of infantry.
Okay, fair enough. I'm going to take a psychic rating test. I'm going to do try and get off Avenger.
Weapons that inflict explosive damage gain a bonus against hordes and counters having inflicted one additional hit. Location is not used when fighting a horde. A horde has a single armor value that is applied to all damage rather than different armor values in different locations. Hordes may be pinned as normal, with the entire horde making a single willpower tag. Blah blah blah. When fighting against a horde in melee, a Space Marine inflicts one hit for every 2 degrees of success on his weapon skill test. Melee weapons with the power-filled quantity inflict 1 additional hit. I hope you were paying attention, Saint.
Yeah, I heard most of that. I'm going for the psychic spell instead.
So, you did hear that 2 degrees of success is an additional hit?
Yeah, I did, yeah.
And how force forwards count as having power field?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So I can get a bit of extra damage out of that. I'm not sure exactly how much extra damage I get from that. But like, maybe a few extra hits? 4 extra hits or something like that, probably. Thereabouts as an average. But I'm just throwing off the Avenger without any push. I'm just gonna, as it was standard, it should be enough. My willpower is 60. I rolled 51.
Alright.
The damage against a horde, page 360, is 1d5 plus 8. Get for horde rules, that is. Standard, it's the heavy flamer template. So a standard, that's 2 d10 plus 6. But against it says against horde. If we're using the old rules, I remember Juicer was you guys jump between the old and new rules. The old rules were 1d5 plus 8 against a horde. But there is no 1d5. Are we using the old rules? Are we okay using those for that? Because that's the only ones I have in front of me.
Sure.
What for flamer damage on hordes?
Yeah, it's got a heavy flamer template damage against horde.
I don't know which rules this is, but the one Juicer had said is it's 1d5 plus a fourth of the range. So I don't know if you know the range of the heavy flamer. That might
30 meters.
No, the range is 40 meters now because I've got went up a psychic rating.
Alright, so check it out.
The range is 3 times. The range is my psychic rating.
I found the rule in the core rulebook. A flame weapon used on a horde will hit it a number of times equal to 1/4 of a weapon's range, rounding up, plus 1d5. Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, we're saying the rules for the actual spell itself just says heavy flamer template. Apart from against a horde, it's 1d5 plus 8. It's the Avenger spell on page 365.
Oh, then just do the 2/5 plus 8.
Shit.
Oh no, sorry, the Avenger spell on page 194.
This is great.
Eyes! Since there's not a D5...
The Avenger power works exactly like a shot from Adeptus Astartes heavy flamer, with all the usual chances to hit and set target on fire, and affecting hordes as an Adeptus Astartes heavy flamer, rather than a psychic power normally would. That is the Living Errata section on psychic powers.
Okay, if that's in the Living Errata, I'm fine going with that.
Alright.
So what am I rolling exactly?
Just like a heavy bolter.
Heavy bolt.
Sorry, heavy flamer.
Yeah, so I'm rolling a 1... My range is 40 meters.
Okay.
That's 30 meters away.
1d10 plus 12.
They must be on me because they're attacking me, so they can't be...
They're on you.
Yeah. So 1d10 plus 12, did you say?
Yep.
So that... 16. So tearing the sword out of the door, crackling from his right hand, he extends his hand up and just sort of tears it into, tears flame throughout the cherubim above him.
Yeah, burn those babies.
Oh, it's pen as well. His pen is 2 times my psychic rating. My psychic rating is 4, so it's pen 8.
Alright, but how many degrees of success did you have on that spell? Just 1?
Would I roll?
A psychic ability?
Yeah, 1 degree of success. I had to get my willpower is 60. No, sorry, 50, and I rolled a. Oh wait, no. Shit, no. I didn't even get off. I was one under. My willpower is 50. I rolled a 51. So unless oh wait, psychic could. Yes, yes. Hojo, you bastard, you glorious bastard. Psychic could gets me at just. So yeah, so
I know who my father is.
It's literally just got off.
Invest in the psi focus. If we live through this.
I'm just checking the rules in the psychic could to make sure.
Like a
if not, then I'll just burn a fate point to re-roll it. But just want to make sure.
If I'm not mistaken, it is like a +5. It's very minimal.
Yeah, I remember it being minimal, but for every degree of success imposes a -10 penalty on the enemy's focus power. So no, that's different. Oh yeah, here we go. Yeah, psychic grants the wearer a +5 bonus to all focus power and including nullification tests. So yeah, I passed that just. Whew.
Alright. And probably not thinking about it, but another ability of it is that you can disable one other psychic.
Yeah, I know that one.
Just straight up. Okay?
That's the one I got a -10% penalty to.
Okay.
So I rolled 16 damage with pen 8.
With no degrees of success?
Yeah, I guess so. I passed it by 4 points. I swear, I better not die a cherub.
Great.
You almost fucking died to cherub.
It will be fucking typical.
Wouldn't it be 1d5 plus 10 if the range of the heavy climber is
Well, no, because the range of the spell I have down as based on the psychic rate.
Oh, okay. I thought I was supposed to work like the heavy climber. I don't know.
It's the same with the pen.
Okie dokie.
Oh yeah, if these guys are really agile, the special is the flame challenging +0 agility test, and if they fail, they get an extra 1d10 plus 4. That's on page 260.
No worries, a horde can't dodge. Just like you can't dodge their attacks either.
Oh yeah, I guess so that's not for horde. Yeah, totally, you're right. That's for single targets.
For halflings, whenever you find them. I mean, ratlings. Whoops.
What was the magnitude of this one?
That's not for you to know.
Yeah. Reduced it by 1 though.
What?
Yeah, because isn't that how it works? He does damage to the horde, does X amount of damage, reduces the horde by 1.
That's with melee. I'm using the psychic spell. This is a flame. This is built for hordes.
Yeah, a flame would use the flame rules, which would be 1d5 plus 1/4 of the range. And it would hit that many people.
Yeah, and the range, so 1/4 of the range is 10.
So it'd be 1d5 plus 10.
Oh, wouldn't it be the actual range? So it'd be like 0 or 1?
No. It's dependent on the weapon. And if the weapon is using the same statistics as the Stardust Heavy Flamer, then we're gonna have to figure out a 1/4 of 30.
Well, no, the range is based on the psychic range. The range is 40. A 1/4 of 40 is 10.
Right. Okay. Look. All right. Well, Brian isn't with me right now. Just do it.
So the damage is the heavy flamer template. The range is based off this. The range and penetration are based off the psychic rating of the caster. Psychic rating is 4, so the penetration is 2 times that. So penetration of 8, and the range is 40, 10 meters for every level of psychic rating. So it's psychic rating level 3 it was 30. Psychic rating level 4 is 40. So 1/4 of 40 is 10.
All right, so taking that into consideration, looking at the horde, looking at all the templates, and finally getting this straight.
Yeah.
You have killed all the cherubs.
Yes.
While still having taken 4 damage to
4
the
damage. The Emperor protects.
Everyone else can do something now. They screwed up the
A quick question.
Are...
A quick question, Toby. How badly fucked is the door?
There's a hole through the middle of it. You can see through it. It's just holding on by the hinges.
Okay, fair enough.
Saints are squad leader, right?
Yes.
Okay, I get him on Fox and ask him what we should be, what the orders are. What we should be.
Gasping a little bit and fucking the air thick with smoke around him from the burning, like, metallic-y flesh. You need to push out the east gate and make a front and relieve the pressure on the north wall. If we can't relieve pressure, we're going to have to fall back in. Make sure you all don't push out too far, and make sure you have a safe way back to the east gate. We need to draw them to the east side guns. Make them know you got some valuables, boys.
Okay, I guess I'm by everyone else, right?
You're by me and a bunch of guardsmen of the chimeras. The heavy flamer is still there. Just letting you know.
I
can't use it.
Flamer, so it's
oh, okay.
But I guess I tell you that what Saint said. And then I say that to the rest of the guardsmen. Start moving to the east gate.
The guardsmen are already here.
Oh, we already
the
at
gate is open.
Oh, okay.
Just waiting for you guys to walk through it.
Yeah, you guys are literally, the gates are, yeah, you're stepping through the threshold, man. It's on.
Radagast, ignoring both of his brothers, continues on, barking on orders to the guardsmen to fall back behind the chimeras as they push forward past the gates.
Arvik cops on top of one of the chimeras, like behind the gun turret. So they kind of stand there.
Radagast looks up at Arvik, then back at the guardsman.
Yeah. Overseas in the chimera with you is relaying your orders to the other overseer, and the guardsmen and the vehicles are moving out.
So we're moving towards the orcs then?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.